Broadcasting worldwide. Relax Radio.
Welcome to the show once again, everyone. It is the Vibe, and my name is Kyle. Now, today, okay, the reason, we travel a lot is because we love nature, don't we? I mean, who doesn't love nature? Okay, so why I say I've put today's topic as missionary camping is because, my dear friends, it's very simple. When you go camping, you're on a mission. All right, I don't know what else you were thinking, but when you go on camping, you are on a mission, I tell you. And when you do that, okay, go forward. All right, keep going on that mission until you succeed, until you're done your camp, until you're done your walking. Okay, just keep going. Right. So when you go camp, you are on a mission. All right. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, I have been, I graced the honor of actually having to entertain you guys and what I think, okay, about camping. All right. So, and also, and it's not just me. Okay. I'm not the only voice that can be heard today. You can even send us a message on the WhatsApp line 078 because we are going to talk about, well, the good deeds of camping. Okay. We are going to talk about a lot of things, man. All right. So that's what we're going to do in this hour. And also, okay, for those who love camping, okay, would love to hear your experiences as well. Okay. So tell us, tell me the most amazing, all right, tell me the most amazing time you've had while camping. Okay. Or maybe the scariest experiences. Or maybe the, what, I mean, camping when it comes at night time is all about making the scary stories. Oh no, this camp has a history. Mhm. Especially this campsite right where we are staying. If you have stories like that, I would love to hear them. Okay, so that's right. So 078 is the WhatsApp line, and keep it locked, keep it tuned in, and we are talking about a lot of things, and especially okay about stuff that's actually going to be helpful for camping. All right, not just camping. Okay, it is not just camping. I'm also gonna be talking about a lot of things like how you can actually laugh your troubles away. And I'm not going to tell you, listen, this is how you laugh. This is how you smile. This is how you give a sarcastic one. I'm not talking about those stuff. Okay, I'm actually going to tell you some what actually will actually make you laugh. Okay, it's gonna be a meme kind of hour. All right, we're calling it the meme hour because, all right, whether we like it or not, social media, it's a great place to look for fashion trends and all that. But the majority of the world goes online to look for memes. Okay, so we're going to be talking. I'm just going to be giving you some memes. Okay, I'm going to try my best to act it out. I may be right here. I may not be an actor. Okay, I'm not an actor, but I'm Kyla's Rock. I'm Kyla's Rock, actually. That's a beautiful song, man. That's a wonderful song indeed. So we are going to be thinking of ways of camping, and also when it comes to camping, okay, it's not about lying on rocks. Okay, this rock is going to be your pillow for the next 2 days. No, not like that, right? Camping has also evolved, right? Now you can take like portable furniture, on camping. Wow, right? And it's just amazing how a lot of stuff just fits in. It's like all the stuff just fits in a very convenient way. Okay, so what more are we going to talk about is very simple. All right, it's all about laughter. Okay, it's all about going with the vibe here. Okay, because the sky is the limit. We're going to talk about some sky activities as well. Okay, because I'm a big fan of skydiving. All right, and the reason why, because you just once you I've never done it before. Okay, I have not yet had the pleasure of doing it. Okay, but one day I will. One day I will. Positive thoughts. Okay, because once I love heights. I used to be afraid of heights, but now I'm not, and now I just can't get enough. Right? It's all about flying. Okay, I love flying. Even dreams, I'm always flying. All right, it's taking control and just like hop up and away. So we can talk about the. I mean, that's the closest experience you can have to actually flying. Well, if you are afraid of heights, but if you really like to know the experience of flying, I say, you know what, dive into a pool. Okay, you're practically flying in water or swimming in water. You can say swimming in water, but it's the float you are. You're actually like think. Don't think of the water. Think of it as the water as air. Okay, you're floating on air. Well, you just have to come up for air once in a while. Okay, don't stay there. Okay, remember you're a human, right? But I'm just telling you, if you want the feeling of a flying feeling, okay, you can always just dive and come back up again for the into the real world. All right. So we'll be talking a lot of topics. Some interesting things. All right. I mean, why not, right? Who doesn't love interesting? We all love interesting. And so I'll be back soon. Okay, and just let's see what we can do. Remember the number once again, 078 This is the vibe. My name is Kyle. All right. And I'm going to be here with you till 9 p.m., babies. Yeah. Let's go in for a short break. See you soon, baby.
And it gives them something to look at, and it makes them laugh. It makes them laugh. So that's why I do it.
Oh, and it could be a really good pickup line as well. Ladies who ask, "Hey, excuse me, so why are you wearing something so colorful?" I mean, hey, you can always have something up on your sleeve. I mean, got me thinking. You want to stand out. Why do you want to stand out though so much, especially with these kind of shirts when you're riding? There must be a purpose behind it, right?
Well, when you say a purpose, Nick, what I do, I wear the shirts, mainly one because they're nice and bright, so they make me visible, especially if I'm riding on the road.
Okay. I mean, yeah, that's very important, right? Because you want cars, yeah.
Very important. And also, like, people see me in like calves, and perhaps I shouldn't be saying this on here, I suppose, but in the bar afterwards.
All right.
And it gives them something to look at, and it makes them laugh. It makes them laugh. So that's why I do it.
Oh, and it could be a really good pickup line as well. Ladies who ask, "Hey, excuse me, so why are you wearing something so colorful?" I mean, hey, you can always have something up on your sleeve. I mean, you look like a guy who would do.
You know me too well. You know me too well, Nick.
Welcome back to the show, everyone, and welcome back indeed. Okay, it's time to go camping. Pack your stuff. Pack your stuff. Let's go. All right. So the reason why we go camping, okay, because one thing, we are on a mission for ourselves. Okay, that's why we are on mission. Okay, we are soldiers of our lives. So what do? We have to go on a mission. All right. Think of every vacation as a mission. Okay, you are going to unlock your mind in a most special way possible. All right, you're going to see new things. You're going to see new things in a different way. All right, that's why it's a mission when you go on camping. Okay, because you are not just discovering things of nature. Okay, you're discovering yourself as well. All right, did you think of that? No, I don't think so. Now, see, you gotta wait for me, man. All right, you gotta wait for Kyle to come and tell you these things. Okay, you should just thank me right now. All right, just thank me right now. Oh, I'm just kidding. I don't do anything for thanks anyway. So, what I mean is, okay, when you go for camping, okay, okay, when the first thing that someone says, okay, we're going camping this weekend, I'm like, oh man, rocks. Okay, I love nature. All right, I sometimes when you go on camp, you don't feel like sleeping. You just feel asleep, or you fall asleep for maybe 2 hours. Okay, because you just want to see what nature looks like on at 4 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning. It's every hour. All right, must have seen these this videos of this what do you call it? This ultra speed. I don't know, speed videos. I'm not really sure what, I can't remember the name. But how the sun just sets up, and also how the sun sets and sun rises, right? And I mean, those are amazing. It's all, you see that whole day in a second. A lot of people of there are so inspired to do that. Okay, I mean, they just do it, and people love to see that. It's like, wow. Okay, that's how it looks like every hour. Okay, 24 minutes, 24 hours. Okay, of one particular place, and it's like, man, it's like amazing, right? That one spot for 24 hours, and how everything according to color, okay, like Photoshop, okay, it changes contrast, brightness, and it just changes the natural colors, natural colors. Okay, no artificial anything. It's all natural colors. What else can we do, right? So, but when it comes to a time, all right, going camping, okay, and especially these days, okay, you don't have to worry about these things. You do not have to worry about the uncomfortable sleep, okay, because I know I'm an animal, but I don't like nature that well, right? I just don't. But when it comes to camping these days, especially with the new generation, my friend, all right, it's all about improved camping, improved tents. What a beauty. hmm I mean, proper beds can be taken for camping. All right, you have this tents that looks like it's like a tent from Hogwarts or something. All right, I mean that it's just like, this is all in a tent. Really, I just might as well buy some land and put a tent. It looks so good, right? I mean, you can have your living room, you can have a TV there, and you can just camping has just been like, okay, I think people should all just live in camps. No, I'm just kidding, right? But that is the right way to go, though. We don't want to go for it. Like, okay, I love camping in a very fancy place. It's like exciting, but then it gets boring after some time, Kyle. Okay, but yeah, okay, it does. All right, but that's why. But we are supposed to be out in nature. Okay, I don't think we were supposed to be, having these buildings or anything like that. We just have to live like a normal animal does, because we animals too. But evolution happened. People got smarter. During the line. Evolution, or how whatever it is. Okay, it somehow led to this point in time. Okay, we don't know exactly how it is, but it led to this point in time. Okay, we are surrounded with new and improved, okay, of 20 years ago. All right, so it's amazing, right? So this is why, if you are going to connect with nature and not connect with the rocks on the ground, I say you go for it. Okay, then you go for places like that to camp out. And I mean, it's more protection right now. Okay, I don't have to worry about being attacked by an animal or anything. You don't have to worry about your own. I don't want to climb this tree, right? But thing is, we need to appreciate nature more. Okay, it's not just about just uh going for nature. Oh, look at the beautiful trees. Oh, what a wonderful time for fresh air. But the way the world is going, we might only have like 10% of nature left, and also 90% of whatever we created. So this is why we don't know what's going to happen to next year. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. I mean, nature is going off, right? It's an imbalance. Nature's being replaced. Okay, so who knows? Maybe a lot of different things also, maybe, but end of the day, nothing beats Mother Nature. All right. I mean, just like the feeling of your own Mother Nature is also unbeatable. Okay. It's like you can't compare your love for your mother. Can't compare the love of the mother for the child, but it's like Mother Nature is also we're Mother Nature's children. But it's something that happens. Okay, you caught into time, or we just lose it. We just lose everything, and maybe have a wonderful time too, right? But only for a little while. We don't know. Like, if you go to a forest, if you went for a forest last weekend, okay, maybe if you go up, if we went to a destination in the forest 10 years ago, or maybe 5 years ago, and you go to the same spot, okay, if you do remember, okay, but if you go to the same spot, I bet you a lot of things have changed, right? I mean, the the view of it, okay, the environment has either it's gotten worse, or it's still the same. I mean, who knows? The exact same spot, but also it could be just infected. It could be, what I mean infected is, I mean, oh man, it has not been taken care of. Okay, it's been ruined by other things regarding nature. We did not protect nature, so nature is, well, falling apart, and so are we, because we are nature. So when you go on camping, just go on a mission to be like, I'm going to enjoy this. And if you can, people, okay, if you can save it, save what's left of it, go for it. Because you know why? A lot of people out there, like the younger generation, all right, the people who were just born yesterday, I'm pretty sure, maybe about when they reach to maybe at a certain age, and they find out what the word camping is, they're going to find it very exciting. Because even though before our first try, all right, before our first camping trip, we were all excited. We did not think about, oh man, how rough the floor is going to be, you know, how we're going to cook our food. We didn't think about that. We just thought about the experience. Wow, around nature, yeah, I could do that. I could do that, But this is the thing, right? We have uh we do not actually, we don't not only we had it. We had nature. Okay, I mean, it was beautiful, right? A lot of countries out there have actually, kept their nature, their mother nature pretty well. Okay, and it's beautiful. All right. Netherlands is beautiful. All right. I mean, it's a beautiful place. Okay. And also cities that we have, Devon, you know, I mean, many places out there have been like almost amazing with nature. Okay. So what do we exactly do? We have to enjoy it. Okay. We need to look after it. We need to fight for our home. Okay. Which is not just the roof that you live under, it's also the nature that you have. All right. So when it comes to the time for that, remember, okay, always remember to save your environment. Okay, in schools we talk about environment, and we talk about how the nature is provides us with good air. All right, it provides us with, I mean, it just provides us with everything. Okay, water, something to eat. All right, fresh air. What else is there? So save nature, people. All right. Otherwise, I don't know what's going to happen to us. All right. What, are we going to start breathing artificial air? Yeah, I don't think so. That's not going to work out. And the sicknesses. Oh my goodness. All right. The air right now we breathe, okay, is not really fresh, is it? Nope, it's not. It's basically human air that we are breathing, okay, because of factories and stuff. I really don't know how we now that it's just like a normal thing, okay, it's like a super normal thing, and you just need something like this to keep your like stress levels, like, okay, Urza, calm down, okay. Sometimes, you just see. If you love your garden, all right, if you have a beautiful garden, you don't want anyone messing it up, okay. You must always remind them, do not touch my stuff on my garden. All right, do not touch my garden. Yep, stop stepping on my lawn. We're heading for a short break, people. And also, for those who actually, who love nature, all right, this one thing, all right, when you go on this feeling of camping, there is this one thing that happens. You feel most alive among the trees, among the fresh air, among the sounds of the birds, among the sounds of the wind. Sounds of the wind in nature and the sounds of the wind at city is different, okay? Because you just not just feel the wind, you just feel a strong, soft, smooth wind, and also with a nice fragrance of nature just for going through your nose. You know, uh, yeah. So if you do have these experiences, okay, if you do want to, if you're a person who actually who is on a mission to save nature or what's left of it, hey, let us know what you think about it. What can we do for the people out there, to be more mindful of nature? We were so mindful of not getting infected by corona. We were not so mindful about our nature. Do you realize during the lockdown how the entire place has changed? Well, we'll talk about that more. Okay, going for a short break. I'll be catching you soon, people. And until then, this is Kyle. Going to a small nap. Okay, wake me up before you go.
and it gives them something to look at, and it makes them laugh. It makes them laugh. So that's why I do it.
Oh, and it could be a really good pickup line as well. Ladies who ask, "Hey, excuse me, so why are you wearing something so colorful?" I mean, hey, you can always have something up on your sleeve. I mean, got me thinking. You want to stand out. Why do you want to stand out though so much, especially with these kind of shirts when you're riding? There must be a purpose behind it, right?
Well, when you say a purpose, Nick, what I do, I wear the shirts, and mainly one because they're nice and bright, so they make me visible, especially if I'm riding on the road.
Okay. I mean, yeah, that's very important, right? Because you want cars, yeah.
Very important. And also, like, people see me in like calves, and perhaps I shouldn't be saying this on here, I suppose, but in the bar afterwards.
All right.
And it gives them something to look at, and it makes them laugh. It makes them laugh. So that's why I do it.
Oh, and it could be a really good pickup line as well. Ladies who ask, "Hey, excuse me, so why are you wearing something so colorful?" I mean, hey, you can always have something up on your sleeve. I mean, you look like a guy who would do.
You know me too well. You know me too well, Nick. Again. But now, if you say to a child, if I went up to a child and said, "You've had one to forget," God, there'd be an inquest. Me, why did you reject my son? Well, I haven't rejected your son.
I want to talk about, how the generation gap, how much it's changed, especially when you check the youth nowadays in comparison, to people back in the day.
I'd say when I was younger, it was more disciplined. Not now.
In comparison to now.
Not at all. Not now. The way things are nowadays, the younger generation, you seem that they can't accept the word no. If that makes sense. They can't
accept rejection, essentially, is all you're trying to say.
Yeah, they can't accept the word no. So if you, how did I do? Or you didn't do very well, and they get upset. And when I was a youngster, my father used to say to me, because I used to be sport mad when I was very young, well, I still am sport mad, but like participating in different sports. And if I had a bad game, for example, he'd say to me, "You had one to forget." That's it.
Your dad sounds like a smart guy. I mean, yeah, that's the real fact of the matter, yeah.
He'd say to me, "You had one to forget. Get over it." And that was it. So I dust myself down and do it again. But now, if you say to a child, if I went up to a child and said, "You've had one to forget," God, there'd be an inquest. An inquest. Me, why did you reject my son? Well, I haven't rejected your son. Or daughter. I've just told them that they need to buck their ideas up.
That's the truth right there. I mean, if you think about it, if you check the generations, like right now in the US as well, I've seen a lot of these things as well. In the UK, you get medals for participation. But what's the point? What are you trying to? Yeah, what's the point? Either you win or you lose. People are so afraid to put that whole notion of losing. When it comes to right now, the generation gap is just crazy. How much. A lot has changed. Social media has taken control of our lives, and we don't even realize it anymore. We're crippled because of it.
That's absolutely right, Nick. Because, as you said, nowadays it seems that you get rewarded for failure. For the life of me, Nick, I can't get my head around that. Perhaps I'm just getting old and morbid. I don't know. I just can't get my head around how you could be rewarded for failure. Cycling in London is not child's play. How to be a better cyclist. Listen to my show, only on Relax Radio. I'm Kevin. Join me every Thursday, 5 p.m. Look forward to seeing you.
Broadcasting worldwide. Relax Radio.
That's right. You're tuning into Relax Radio, and this is The Vibe with yours truly, Kyle, till 9 p.m. Okay, so keep it locked, keep it tuned. We're talking about camping. Okay, what are the benefits of camping? Well, let me tell you this. Okay, peace and quiet, dude. I mean, your neighbors could be shouting, and middle of the night, and you'll be like, and you're just like, let me sleep. Peace and quiet is one thing. Okay, and when I say peace and quiet, it's not exactly quiet, but the sounds of the birds, okay, sound of an owl in the middle of the night, okay, which could actually spook you at the start. But sounds of like nature, okay, can actually be are actually easing to the mind. We get used to the sound. I mean, some of us, we can't sleep without the sound of the air conditioning, the fan. We can't sleep without the sound of wind. Okay, that's the sound. That's different kinds of sounds of wind, air conditioning, and also the fan, and also the nature. All right. So whatever it is, the sound of wind is very soothing, right? So it is. I'm not lying. Okay. So you need sounds like that. Those are the peace and quiet kind of sounds. Okay. It's not exactly quiet, but it's natural sounds. Right. You get more exercise too. I mean, people, if you can't work out in the city, at least work out in nature. Okay, I mean, just walking is the best exercise anyone can do. All right, I mean, you can. It's not. I mean, you have to, right? No one's gonna take you from the bed and go all the way to your office. Okay, you're not gonna go to your office in your bed. You gotta get up and walk. Okay, but you need to do more of it. All right, and especially when it comes to walking in nature, when you're just looking for places, making sure that you don't slip and fall down a hill or something. Okay, it takes your mind off the troubles that you have in reality, back in the real world. Okay, so what is the best thing to do? Well, go hiking. All right, you're concentrating more on than falling, other than not falling, than real life problems. All right, so when it comes to nature and walking and hiking and climbing, this will eventually take your stress off, because you're just focusing on one thing. You are trying not to die. That's basically what you are doing. Okay, I mean, if you die, all those problems are just not going to happen, right? So this is going to reduce your stress. Okay, focus on one thing and then get back to reality when it's time. So better relationships, it says. Okay, of course. I mean, doing something like camping or exploring nature. All right. I mean, sometimes you don't talk to your family, right? You just go home, wake up, go to work, come back, and sleep and go to the next work. That's how basically home is. It's now just like a place to sleep at night. Okay, we do not spend time with family because of other things, but for going on vacations like camping, it builds better relationships, because you have to work as a team. All right. I mean, if you were a scout or a Cub Scout, right, you understand that teamwork is the most important rule of it all, right? Be prepared is one thing, and also teamwork is what matters. All right. So, sometimes especially when it comes to family, maybe you are, not on talking terms with your parents, but, just like, I just want to go home, sleep, and get back to work and do all my things and meet my friends, come back home and be like, I'm home, I'm going to sleep, you know? Memory is you can improve your memory as well when you go going on nature and stuff. All right. When you're out camping and surrounded by trees and fresh air, your body releases high levels of serotonin. Okay. I'm not a scientist, but I think that's a good thing. All right. So it's going to improve your levels of health. All right. It's going to be boost it all. Okay. And especially, your mood and your appetite. Sometimes, you have to go and cook your own food. Right. Just imagine you go with a group people, and none of them knows how to cook. The only memory they have is boil hot water. They just put the food in there and start boiling, but you forget to clean your food. Oh, oh well. Well, camping is fine, but still, did you think that? Did you think that that Jeffrey Butler will just come and give you something else? Your dinner is served, sir. Here you go. Enjoy your camping. Yeah, right. You do everything on your own here, okay? But not exactly on your own. If you go with a group, teamwork is what important. Help to put up the tent. All right. Take turns in cooking something. Okay. Take turns in keeping the campfire burning. Okay. If you really want to experience it, but listen, make sure that the campfire would not cause an actual forest fire. Okay. If you can't, just take some lights and go. Okay. That technology is actually safer than anything else. So take your garden lights and go, and do not take the fire. Okay. Oh man, it's impossible that we have to actually mention this to people that we're not. Listen, when you start a campfire in a forest, be very careful. Okay. No, that is not exactly what happens. So we to tell people, listen, I think it's best if you do not start a campfire. Okay, let's start something like, put some lights in the middle and you just lighten up the entire part of nature. All right, that'll be cool. I mean, why not? Just the lights, people. Okay, do not take music. All right, do not take speakers, because this is not exactly your it's not your home, basically. Okay, it belongs to the animals. They've lived here more than you. So if you do make some sounds, you better start running. You better start running, or you better start staying up the whole time, because who knows who's coming to get you. Oh, make sure to have the camera on, though. Okay, make sure you're going live so that everyone knows what an idiot you've been. Right, and camping is also something that we should have, especially for better sleep. Like I said, it's not about sleeping on rough floors anymore. I mean, the technology of camping tents have improved. It's like basically taking a home there. Okay, I mean, and it's the best place. It's all good stuff, right? And you practically it's basically you're taking a living room into a camp. Okay, so this is why you can actually get some sleep, because of sound. All right, I mean, the natural sound of nature, the natural air that you're breathing. It's all something that you were supposed to breathe in the start of things, right? This is why it's actually good to be one with nature for at least a week. Can you handle a week? Are you scared? Stay a week in the jungle? Well, welcome to the jungle, baby.
The valuations that you place on an asset are always behind you. It's always in hindsight. It's never in front of you. And that's one of the challenges, right? Because you're always valuing what happened yesterday. And what you need is what's going to happen tomorrow. What am I saving or investing for? Why am I doing it? When will I need the money? And how much money do I need? Yeah. So that's quite important, because when you're looking at your net worth, you got to start with saying, well, what do I want my net worth to be, so that there's a goal, and then work backwards. How do I get there? And if I can start with £50 or $50 a week, if I save that every week, and you can go online and use calculators online. I don't have to teach you the maths behind it, but you can say, okay, and if I get a 3% return and I put this away for how long will it take to reach my goal? And that's called just this basic cash flow projection calculations. And it's what we use in financial planning all the time. What we say to clients is we say, okay, what is your goal? What is your objective? Where do you want to go to? And we discuss that in a lot of detail and over most of the meeting. And then the rest of it is saying, okay, in your exact circumstances, with your risk profile, with how you feel about investments and pensions and taxes and where you are and who you work with, and your education level or your lack of education or how involved you want to be. There's a lot of variables that we take into account. And then we say, okay, here's a plan. You start like this, that's great. And then we review it all the time. And we say, okay, we need to increase it. We're on track. We're not. This is what is happening. Because remember, when you're dealing with assets, the valuations that you place on an asset are always behind you. It's always in hindsight. It's never in front of you. And that's one of the challenges, right? Because you're always valuing what happened yesterday, and what you need is what's going to happen tomorrow. So that's a struggle. Yeah. So there are strategies everywhere from £50 a week up to £100 million pounds, and they're different. Right? They range differently from everyone, but and from country to country, to be fair. Different countries have different tax laws, so different vehicles. But from your point of view, at the sort of normal end, I'm not going to call it the low end because I'm in that boat as well. It's as tax efficient as you can get it. That's where you start. You use all the tax efficiencies, and then you step up into different things.
But now, if you say to a child, if I went up to a child and said, you've had one to forget, God, there'd be an inquest. Me, why did you reject my son? Oh, I haven't rejected your son.
I want to talk about, how the generation gap, has how much it's changed, especially when you check the youth nowadays in comparison, to people back in the day.
I'd say when I was younger, it was more disciplined. Not now.
In comparison to now.
Not at all. Not now. The way things are nowadays, the younger generation, seem that they can't accept the word no, if that makes sense.
They can't accept rejection. Essentially, is what you're trying to say.
Yeah, they can't accept the word no. So if you, how did I do? Or you didn't do very well, and they get upset, you know. And when I was a youngster, my father used to say to me, because I used to be sport mad when I was very young. Well, I still am sport mad, but like participating in different sports. And if I had a bad game, for example, I'd say to me, "You had one to forget." That's it.
Your dad sounds like a smart guy. I mean, yeah, that's the real fact of the matter. Yeah.
You know, he'd say to me, "You had one to forget. Get over it," and that was it. So I'd dust myself down and do it again. But now, if you say to a child, if I went up to a child and said, "You've had one to forget," God, there'd be an inquest. An inquest. For me, why did you reject my son? Oh, I haven't rejected your son. Or daughter. I've just told them that they need to buck their ideas up.
That's the truth right there. I mean, if you think about it, if you check the generations, like right now in the US as well, I've seen a lot of these things as well. In the UK, you know, you get medals for participation. But what's the point? What are you trying to? Yeah, what's the point? Either you win or you lose. People are so afraid to put that whole notion of losing. You know, when it comes to right now, the generation gap is just crazy. You know how much. A lot has changed. Social media has taken control of our lives, and we don't even realize it anymore. We're crippled because of it.
That's absolutely right, Nick. Because, as you said, you know, nowadays it seems that you get rewarded for failure. You know, for the life of me, Nick, I can't get my head around that. Perhaps I'm just getting old and morbid. I don't know. I just can't get my head around how you could be rewarded for failure. And it gives them something to look at, and it makes them laugh. It makes them laugh. So that's why I do it.
Oh, and it could be a really good pickup line as well. Ladies who ask, "Hey, excuse me, so why are you wearing something so colorful?" I mean, hey, you can always have something up on your sleeve. I mean, got me thinking. You know, you want to stand out. Why do you want to stand out though so much, especially with these kind of shirts when you're riding? There must be a purpose behind it, right?
Well, when you say a purpose, Nick, what I do, I wear the shirts. Mainly, one, because they're nice and bright, so they make me visible, especially if I'm riding on the road.
Okay. I mean, yeah, that's very important, right? Because you want cars, yeah.
Very important. And also, like, people see me in, like, calves, and perhaps I shouldn't be saying this on here, I suppose, but in the bar afterwards.
All right.
And it gives them something to look at, and it makes them laugh. It makes them laugh, so that's why I do it.
Oh, and it could be a really good pickup line as well. Ladies who ask, "Hey, excuse me, so why are you wearing something so colorful?" I mean, hey, you can always have something up on your sleeve. I mean, you look like a guy who would do.
You know me too well. You know me too well, Nick.
Now, it's not real talk. It's the why, people. All right? Don't forget that. Okay? This is Kyle with you. And also, we're talking about camping. Okay? I mean, it's all about camping today because it's all about camping for this. I'm going to talk about, don't worry, the meme hour is coming up. All right? And it's going to be amazing because, you know, it's memes is like everything that's happening. Okay? So, guess what? A lot of things are going to happen. So remember that camping is also good for like your vitamins. All right. Your vitamin D boost. Okay. You know, being outside in natural energy, natural elements. Okay. Gives your body a signal be like, oh, wait a minute. This is what I'm supposed to be getting all this time. Where has this been? All right. So then your body gets that rush of things. All right, your body basically, you know, it's like, oh, This is the energy I needed. Mind, oh, Mother Nature, how long, how much have longed for you, my dear Mother Nature. You know, when it comes also when I mean something, we can't make that commitment to nature sometimes because we're always wondering, I really don't want to be sleeping on the floor today. For the at least for this weekend, yeah. I heard that some, and then someone just says like, oh, that place. There's a story about that place. Like, right. That's when someone like loses, like kills your vibe, basically. Okay, I mean, you were so energetic to go on this trip with maybe your loved ones, your family, your friends. It's all about going on this trip, and suddenly this one like, yeah, oh, great. And suddenly, someone in the group just starts going missing, and next thing you know, they went for, let's just say, a call of nature. Right? And suddenly we're like, oh no, someone took him. Someone took her. What has happened? Oh, listen, people. Okay, do not let these stories ruin that wonderful time you're having. Okay, be patient no matter what. Hold on to everything. Okay, be patient as well. Okay, there are a lot of things that can actually bring a person down, and most of them, the number one, the number one would be words. Words can actually destroy a person. All right, it doesn't take physical strength, it doesn't take anything else, it just takes someone to be like, just ruin that piece of yours. Okay, so when you actually have a time to understand, okay, that things are happening the way they are supposed to, okay, and everything is connected, everything is a pattern. Okay, remember that nature will also help you to understand those facts. All right, it's not going to put you down. All right, it's going to heal you, because those are the natural, that's why medicine is made. All right, it's all about having that important, okay, that important time, okay, with nature, and also for yourself. Even if you go alone, it doesn't matter, but I would not recommend going alone to a forest, because next thing you know, if someone something ate you, which is also a possible nature, by the way, a possible act of nature. Okay, you can't blame that. But go with someone, just in case, like if you have to do something, like, I mean, if you're not Leonardo DiCaprio to be fighting a bear. Okay, right? I mean, we only he can do that. Okay, he is the only human who can actually fight a bear. Yeah. All right, you're not a revenant. So right, always go in a positive mindset. Okay, positivity is the key to happiness. All right, is actually one of the keys to happiness. There's so many things. I mean, if something that makes you, if it's something that you really need, it's, well, it's not going to, well, be easy, right? Think of it as a video game. Okay, you need four keys to unlock this door of happiness. First one is, well, nature. Okay, connection, basically. And the other one could be patience, love, and also, well, a lot of commitment. Okay, but commitment by only your will. So be always be positive, right? That's another key. Be positive. The key of positivity is the first thing that you need to have, because if you don't believe in yourself, then it's not going to work out. All right, you need to believe in yourself first, and then go on this journey to nature. Okay, because I mean, look at movies. Okay, movies have the best movies are, I think, mostly with nature. Okay, beautiful places like this that doesn't have much technology that ruins nature. Okay, places like the movies, like basically, which take on the natural houses, okay, built by stone, and actual hills and lakes, beautiful lakes, right? I mean, who doesn't love the beautiful view? All right, so be calm. All right, do not overthink it. Okay, if you want to go on a nature run, go on a nature run. All right, do not. Right, and I repeat, do not be negative about it. Okay, all right, very good. So one more thing about nature. All right, it's not just about feeling it. It's about having a connection. Okay, the farther one gets into the wilderness, okay, the greater is the attraction of its lonely freedom. Now, when I mean lonely freedom, okay, sometimes loneliness is also I mean, not sometimes loneliness is very depressing, but lonely freedom is actually, when you have your own time for yourself. All right, that you want your space. And if the world is not going to give, if no one in the city is going to give it to you, you might as well well go to nature. Okay, nature will give you that freedom, because nature is basically freedom. All right, the trees grow wherever they want to, the birds build their own homes wherever they want to. Okay, they don't have to worry about taxes on this tree, on that tree. Okay, so and I mean animals will eat whatever they want, because that is nature. Okay, that is the way of nature, the cycle. Okay, and the food cycle, basically. If you think that you're on the top, think again. All right, but but it's still a connection that we all need. Is the way of life. Okay, but if you haven't connected with nature in a while, because of, well, mainly because of corona, I guess this is the perfect time to go for it, right? I mean, corona also infects animals. Okay, it does infect some animals. Okay, but that means it just goes to a point where every living thing on this planet is the same, right? Everything, everyone, every living thing in this planet, even the trees, the air, the basically everything, every dot which covers this earth is a part of nature, right? We step on nature, we walk on nature, we are nature itself. Remember that, people. All right, and nature is your home, it's your earth, so look after it. Going for a short break, I'll be back soon.
Cycling in London is not child's play. How to be a better cyclist? Listen to my show, only on Relax Radio. I'm Kevin. Join me every Thursday, 5 p.m. Look forward to seeing you.
We've seen it, right? If an owner of a large public traded company does something wrong, irrelevant of what that company does or how valuable that company is, the stock generally falls into a pool of nothing, right? Because in a public company where the stock is traded openly on the stock exchange, the value of that stock is driven by supply and demand, it's driven by emotion, it's driven by news, it's driven by quite a lot of variables over and above the actual accounting or total net worth of that company. I mean, we've seen it, right? If an owner of a large public traded company does something wrong, irrelevant of what that company does or how valuable that company is, the stock generally falls into a pool of nothing, right? And the company may still have value and may still be doing quite a good things.
But now, if you say to a child, if I went up to a child and said, "You've had one to forget," God, there'd be an inquest. An inquest. They'd have to tell me, why did you reject my son? Well, I haven't rejected your son.
I want to talk about, how the generation gap, has how much it's changed, especially when you check the youth nowadays in comparison, to people back in the day.
I'd say when I was younger, it was more disciplined. Not now.
In comparison to now.
Not at all. Not now. The way things are nowadays, the younger generation, you seem that they can't accept the word no. If that makes sense. They can't
accept rejection, essentially, is all you're trying to say.
Yeah, they can't accept the word no. So if you, how did I do? Well, you didn't do very well. And they get upset, And when I was a youngster, my father used to say to me, because I used to be sport mad when I was very young. Well, I still am sport mad, but like participating in different sports. And if I had a bad game, for example, I'd say to me, "You had one to forget." That's it.
Your dad sounds like a smart guy. I mean, yeah, that's the real fact of the matter, yeah.
He'd say to me, "You had one to forget. Get over it." And that was it. So I'd dust myself down and do it again. But now, if you say to a child, if I went up to a child and said, "You've had one to forget," God, there'd be an inquest. An inquest. They'd have to tell me, why did you reject my son? Well, I haven't rejected your son. Or daughter. I've just told them that they need to buck their ideas up.
That's the truth right there. I mean, if you think about it, if you check the generations, like right now in the US as well, I've seen a lot of these things as well. In the UK, you get medals for participation. But what's the point? What are you trying to? Yeah, what's the point? Either you win or you lose. People are so afraid to put that whole notion of losing. When it comes to right now, the generation gap is just crazy. How much a lot has changed. Social media has taken control of our lives, and we don't even realize it anymore. We're crippled because of it.
That's absolutely right, Nick. Because as you said, nowadays it seems that you get rewarded for failure. For the life of me, Nick, I can't get my head around that. Perhaps I'm just getting old and morbid, I don't know. I just can't get my head around how you could be rewarded for failure.
Variety is the spice of our station. Relax. Radio.
Welcome back to the show. This is the Y Band. Also, who doesn't love a bit of Maroon 5? Huh? Girls Like You was the best song that I don't know. It's like there was volume 2 also. It's pretty nice. Everyone still likes to hear that song whenever it's being played. Okay, right. So exactly why. Another thing that's allowed in basically another thing that's allowed to go for nature is not super hard like music or stuff, okay, but chill out music if you like it. Okay, songs like which actually give you a good feeling. All right, it's like feeling good all about. Okay, you feel good about this music. It's all soothing, like it's nature. All right, so once in a while, yes, but do not overdo it. Okay, remember that those animals, you're practically being visitors or guests in their home. Okay, so be very behaved guests, right? Also, something else is like when you go camping, right? It's the best time, best feeling in the world when you start to hit and you are like, oh wow, this place is beautiful. I don't ever want to leave this place, right? It is, right? Yeah, change of environment, like proper environment, like natural environment, is actually something that you can actually experience. And even let's just face it, okay, a weekend at nature is not enough, right? The forest, what we have left is still a lot. All right, so it's it's always, camping is really good for you because it doesn't matter where you go. It doesn't have to be a forest. I mean, it could be even a place where there are actual places where they let you have a certain, like, a certain, a camp, a fire site, or maybe a campfire, place like that. Just you all you need is a tent and just go there and stay. Though there are places like that. Okay, look out for them. Open your eyes, people. It's actually there. Looking for romantic getaways? There we go. Camping, right? Stress reduction, fresh air, right? Physical fitness, okay? And the best part of it all, no alarm clocks. Nope. If the only alarm you will wake up to is not exactly an alarm, it's actually a soothing sound of maybe, I don't know, what are the chances of hearing a rooster crow at that time? I mean, you like it in the first few days, but then I think, according to a lot of people who actually follow this, they'll be like, you know what? Yeah, it's not exactly the best feeling, but the first 2 days it's cute. But after that, it's just gonna be like, oh man, uh, someone shut that bird up. Going for basically camping sites, okay, it's very good, right? Great food, because you know why? Okay, food tastes better when you camp outside. Okay, I mean, you wait for it patiently to cook. Maybe it's not cooking at the right pace as it is like on a normal cooker, but okay, it does right. It because you're waiting for it impatiently, you just can't wait to see how it tastes, how your cooking outdoor is, right? How well have you used that fire? hmm did you start the fire properly? All right, make sure to put it out though. All right, so camping sites with actual, like, proper places for campfires, you set up your own campfire, are available. Go check it out. All right, and just go for the experience of camping. All right, camp with friends. I mean, if you want some alone time, I'm pretty sure there are places which you can actually go for some alone time, just camping all by yourself. But it all depends on how you want it, right? It all depends how you want to spend your time. All right, and how you connect with nature, and also develop some new skills. Be like the caveman, and you'll be like this, taking two sticks and just rubbing it together. You know what I mean? And then you go faster, and then you're like, oh, look, smoke, blow on it. Oh man, maybe you always want to try it. All right, on maybe the rock thing, you know, hitting the rocks together, right? I mean, you can always try something out. If not, then you can eventually go to the usual boxer matches, or even, well, gas. But remember, people, okay, this is where mistakes are made. All right, so do not start the fire unless you plan on putting it out. Okay, if you're not going to put it out, if you're not going to be responsible about cleaning up your fireplace, all right, don't do it. Take a light. There are also many times where you can just be like, oh man, I just need this escape, all right, from nature, from reality, not nature. I need to get to nature to get escape from this reality. Okay, education opportunities as well are available, like, especially for the kid. Time spent camping is a time spent learning. You know how your father will always be, what tree is this? Oh, look, it's a tree, it's a green tree. No, it's not. That's a rubber tree. Yep. What's that tree? Oh, it's another tree. Oh no, this is some other tree. See, either they really doesn't go to our heads, but education is also something. Oh look, we understand. Like, I mean, I think I know what a rubber tree is when I see it one. Sorry, Dad. All right, and confidence. Okay, because you're depending on not just yourself. Okay, you're depending, well, mostly you're depending on yourself to wake up in the morning and make sure that you're either, if it's your responsibility, you are going to wake up every morning, make sure that the group you came with will actually wake up to a nice cup of tea. Okay, a nice cup of breakfast, not cup of breakfast, a plate of breakfast. Okay, I mean, scrambled eggs, easiest thing to make. Okay, and it's going to taste different. Food is going to taste different because you are one with nature. All right, be responsible though. Okay, we tell that we are the most superior beings by we are the most smartest. Well, let's be examples of it. All right, let's actually put out a fire when when we don't need it anymore, right? And it's just amazing. So when it's also like, I mean, a birthday, you know a birthday is something that you can go out for camping, because you're just away from people. Suddenly, when you were, I mean, when you were at a young age, all right, You wanted to wait for everyone's wishes to come, to like who's gonna wish me first and stuff, and then suddenly you grow up and you're like, I want my birthday to be spent with not reality, not with the real world. I want to be spent with people I love, okay, with my family. Or if your family doesn't belong, I don't want to spend with family. I see my family every day. I want to spend it with my friends. All right. So then go for it. Right. I want to spend it with my loved one. Why not? Right. It's actually a great relationship build up to actually to work together in a camping site. All right, and go out camping because you're both of you working together. You put right. You make sure that the food is ready for the next meal. Right, you basically give each other responsibilities. Okay, you do this, I'll do this. Okay, give each other chores to do. Right, and then by this time we're done and just enjoy nature. Right, you are practically building your bond. Okay, just to in nature. All right, in nature, the most toughest place for a human to live with just a tent. It is, but you are going to succeed because you have teamwork, and this is going to help you build your relationship even further than it is now. And for those who celebrate their birthday, we also have a birthday going out to Aki listening in. Great to have you on the show. Hope you have a beautiful day. All right, and make sure that I hope we had a wonderful day actually. Okay, and make sure that you save all the cake for yourself for the next few days, because that is how things are going to be. But the cake all over. Suddenly, it's not just one cake. People are like, what do we get you now? You keep changing your mind every time. You're just like, okay, you know what? You're never going to change your mind about cake. And this is why, some people are actually cake lovers. Okay. Like they get so much of cake and their whole fridge is full of cake that they had to buy a new one. If you've got a fridge full of cake, I say, well, you're sort of basically every meal. A slice of cake is actually enough. All right. I'm not sure whether this is true, but apparently chocolate cake, okay, in the morning is pretty good, right? I mean, not except for the icing, but chocolate sponge cake or something is really good to have in the morning. Am I right or am I wrong? Let me know. You can give us a call, 07852 473 and as we talk about a lot about camping, there are so many benefits. Okay, I can tell you, I can keep going on and on because like some of it is my experience. Okay, I've gone camping, for scouting and all that, right? And we go on camping sites, we go to the forest, but I've had experience with it. It's all about teamwork. All right, it builds up teamwork. So once I went camping, and one of the guys, one of my friends and I, we were not in good terms for that entire month because of personal reasons. Little kids just having their own fights. But when it came to camping, okay, when it came to some actual camping, we were both forced into working together. Right, that's how you exactly build up a bond again, right? And it actually worked. And it's like, hey man, sorry about it. What? Just forget about it. I'm sorry. He also said, I'm sorry. We're all good again. And suddenly, we were the best team, right, for the entire camp. We said we got stars. We like two people who came like as enemies are now leaving as best friends. You're like, that's how it is. Wonderful people. You just have to understand how to react to a situation when it's not going your way. All right. Sometimes you just have to let things happen. Nature actually heals everything, right? Pure nature heals everything, heals people. Remember that. We'll be back soon. Going for a short break right now. And be back in a while.
The valuations that you place on an asset are always behind you. It's always in hindsight. It's never in front of you. And that's one of the challenges, right? Because you're always valuing what happened yesterday, and what you need is what's going to happen tomorrow. What am I saving or investing for? Why am I doing it? When will I need the money? And how much money do I need? Yeah. So that's quite important, because when you're looking at your net worth, you've got to start with saying, well, what do I want my net worth to be? So that there's a goal, and then work backwards. How do I get there? And if I can start with £50 or $50 a week, if I save that every week, and you can go online and use calculators online. I don't have to teach you the maths behind it, but you can say, okay, and if I get a 3% return and I put this away for how long will it take to reach my goal? And that's called just this basic cash flow projection calculations. And it's what we use in financial planning all the time. What we say to clients is we say, okay, what is your goal? What is your objective? Where do you want to go to? And we discuss that in a lot of detail and over most of the meeting. And then the rest of it is saying, okay, in your exact circumstances, with your risk profile, with how you feel about investments and pensions and taxes and where you are and who you work with and your education level or your lack of education or how involved you want to be. There's a lot of variables that we take into account, and then we say, okay, here's a plan. You start like this, that's great. And then we review it all the time. And we say, okay, we need to increase it, we're on track, we're not, this is what is happening. Because remember, when you're dealing with assets, the valuations that you place on an asset are always behind you. It's always in hindsight. It's never in front of you. And that's one of the challenges, right? Because you're always valuing what happened yesterday. And what you need is what's going to happen tomorrow. So that's a struggle. Yeah. So there are strategies everywhere from £50 a week up to £100 million pounds. And they're different. Right? They range differently from everyone, but and from country to country, to be fair. Different countries have different tax laws, so with different vehicles. But from your point of view, at the sort of normal end, I'm not going to call it the low end because I'm in that boat as well. It's as tax efficient as you can get it. That's where you start. You use all the tax efficiencies and then you step up into different things.